I believe it's the right time I get started. So welcome everybody. This is the English session. It's usually the same information shared in the Uganda Zoom, maybe here and there, but I usually share the same information throughout this week. We are still looking at the same ideology of understanding how basically Loom X works, but still also give you an ideology of what is happening with Aura. I think I'll start from there. Both Aura and ONF are going into data migration, data being moved from the previous protocol to the new protocol. And there is no need of anybody getting worried of that. Once everything will be done, then I believe that everybody will now be able to access the new protocol, and that is the bot chain network. Hey, Bo. That is the bot chain network, which will allow you access these tokens that you'll be mining through using of your phone, using of your computer, because they are doing a Web3 computer mining ecosystem. So your phone, they'll also be having physical mining machines that will be used. And basically, you'll be able to sell these tokens on decentralized exchanges with a 10 million liquidity cap that they are coming with. So those details on how the transfers will happen will take some time, hopefully from around 22nd of February. That is when we hope to see the first set off, and that might be ONF. And then at the start of March, then also I think Aura will be done. But all communications will be shared in the respective groups at the right time. Okay. Having expressed that, allow me now move to my topic for today. And the topic is none other than Loom X. And we are looking at three major questions that I was also sharing with the Luganda community. And the questions are simple. The questions are simple. How to compound? Is Loom X sustainable? How does Loom X generate the profit it pays us? Okay. And that's what I will look at in the next few minutes with all of you here. Okay. If I'm loud and clear, drop me one in the chat so that I start right away. I'd like to know if I'm loud and clear. If you're not open-minded and you don't feel this is a right training for you, please feel free always to press on the leave button so that your feelings are not hurt, okay? Because I will not go back to those issues of Loom X right now until we have clear information. You know, there are some people who come here with extra expectations apart from what I've shared. So if that is you, then I would like to inform you you're happening to be at a right place, but in a wrong time. Okay, so back to the basics. Like I usually say, whenever I come, I want to start from zero just to show you basics, very important issues, because I know learning is something you keep repeating over and over and over until people are able to master it. So the product we have is called Loom X, and Loom X is a general product that is launching its exchange token called LMX, and this exchange token will be released on an exchange called Binance. But in Binance, we have a launch pad or an area where tokens are launched called Binance Alpha. And usually most tokens that come into Binance Alpha are always listed on the Binance exchange. Okay. So Loom X has basically two main products. Number one, it has a product called Loomnet, And Loomnet is the Lightning Network crypto exchange. And this Lightning Network crypto exchange solves a problem in the crypto market space that disturbs many people called bridging. What is bridging? Bridging is the ability to move one cryptocurrency on one chain to another cryptocurrency. For example, you see, if I have USDT that is seated on the Tron chain, it is very hard for me to copy the wallet address of USDT of BEP20 or Binance Smart Chain. So if I need this USDT, I need to find a bridge or something that bridges, that helps me to turn this to this. So this is now finished business, because what will happen is that you can now be able to use the Lightning Network exchange, the Loomnet, to convert any cryptocurrency of your choice. You have Bitcoin, you want to turn it to Ethereum, you can do it very fast. You have any cryptocurrency, you have Solana, you want to make it ADA, or you have ADA, you want to make it into XRP. So what happens is that a Loom X will get your ADA, break it down into so many fragments, and when it breaks it down into so many fragments, gathers it up and gives you your XRP. As this is happening, number one, this is using one of the latest technology called the ZK learning machines. And this ZK learning machine is zero knowledge proof, which brings in 5 factors of business. Number one, privacy, whereby everything done is private. Someone's wallet address cannot be tracked. You know, when I send you my wallet address, you can be able to see my portfolio and know how much I have. So this keeps it private. Number two, transparent. You can be able to find that the zero knowledge ecosystem or the zero knowledge proof technology keeps things very, very, no matter being private, also very, very transparent. And so if we tap you on exchange, we can be able to access the cross-chain exchange, one of the main product of the company that the company makes money from, and people can be able to turn any cryptocurrency into any cryptocurrency, and here they paste their wallet address where that crypto will be deposited. Okay, so you deposit the cryptocurrency on your wallet, you connect to the exchange, then you paste the wallet address where you want that coin to basically go, and you are good to go. And down here, you'll be able to find so many different people. Like this one has turned, and I want to tell you why this is going to be a very, very big game changer. What's up? What's up with my cursor, man? Okay, let me come back again. This is gonna be a game changer, because big whales, people who transact a lot of money would like to remain private, would like to remain unknown, would like not to be known by different people, would like to become untraceable. And that's why when we get in here, you will see that there is this guy. The first time I checked, there was a guy with $60,000. But you see, there's this guy with 2,000 of USDT Binance Smart Chain into USDT TRC20. And many people will be able to take advantage, and the company will charge them 0.5%. And this 0.5% is one source of income that this project makes as a source of income. Because before you get into a business, before you get excited of an opportunity, on my side, you should be able to allocate whether the company you are joining is able to make profit. And if they are not able to make profit, then it becomes a very risky business. And number two, this is one of their sources of income. Let's get into another product. The second product that we have is the Matrix Contract Bot. Now, the Matrix Contract Bot is a very unique product, ladies and gentlemen, because it introduces 3 things in one. Number one, it brings in basically one of the latest softwares in the market, or the latest technology that I believe that I believe this technology is going to take over the next 10 years. That is none other than the zero knowledge proof. The zero knowledge proof is going to take over the world. Why? Because it brings privacy on board, it brings transparency, it brings quicker decisions that are being made. And what these software developers decide to do, just a minute, guys, what they decide to do is basically to also bring in an AI. And when they bring in an AI, they also decide to introduce a smart contract. What a coincidence. So they decided to base our funds on a source code or on a code, which is a smart contract. And a smart contract is usually a law. Okay. And the instructions on the smart contracts can never be changed. I was remembering the previous project of Aura, which is now switching to blockchain, that are in their first early stages when they introduced a smart contract. And this specific smart contract was about it had withdrawals that could happen every 1 day, 7 days. And they reached a time and they discovered that there is more liquidity leaving the ecosystem. And what did they do? They brought a DAO so that people vote, and the 7 and 1 day are removed from the DApp. But in the blockchain, because it was a smart contract, people still continued to transact, meaning that a code is a law, it can't be changed. So what happens? Yes, baby. Wow, nice. What these guys are introducing, they are giving you 5 different contracts, one for 7 days, one for 30 days, one for 90 days, one for 180 days, and one for 360. And each of them has a different income potential. Actually, we'll go with one, and that is one for 360. 360 days staking ecosystem. And the 360 staking ecosystem gives us a potential of making 1.3% to 1.8%. And this, ladies and gentlemen, as it is 1.3, the Loom X ecosystem is supposed to earn. It has a rule within the code or the smart contract called the 80/20 rule. And what does it say? On every profit I make, I'll give you 80%. So when we get 1.3% times 80% gives us a total of a maximum of 1.04%. And so we see that on the 5th of this month, they had a strategic meeting with all leaders from V3 and above that happened in Thailand, in Bangkok. And as this happened, they took new decisions. Okay? They took new decisions. And one of the first decisions they took is that there should be ability. There should be ability for people to reinvest their profits. Which means that if Julia starts with $1,000 and is given $10, these $10 are reinvested back into the ecosystem. And to me, this has become a game changer. It has become a new phenomenon because what it means that if yesterday I earned 1.04% of $1,000, today I will earn 1.04% of $1,010. But before we go to how this is a game changer, the biggest question is this money that this guy is giving us, the 1.04%, where does it come from? Because before we talk about how the business looks good, how the business looks, let us find out on a personal basis. So how will you be able to do that? Very simple. Tap on the 3 dots get into any bot of your choice. And right away here, you'll be able to access this area. Now, this area will always give you an AI pool. This AI pool will always depend on your capital. If it is below $1,000, you may find yourself in a different AI pool. And this data here is the data that happened some 5 minutes ago. Okay. Now let's get into this basic and important understanding. Here, you will find that the bot will go into the market. And sometimes, like I told the people, that not every time the bot gets into the market on a certain trade, each trade might be profitable. Some trades may not. Take an example of this. This is a net profit of 0.0, a fees of 0.8, a gross profit of this. So it went into this Jupiter and it bought Solana, okay, at this price and sold at this price. And through the move, sorry, not Solana, by the way, it bought Solana of GCC and sold it here. And throughout this transaction, it was not profitable. But let's find another one. So we allow this flow. Okay, there is another one here. Okay, beautiful. There is another one here. You can be able to see here is a transaction. And this transaction had a capital of $154, a gross profit of 45. There was gas fees paid, and the net profit of 40%. And here is the transaction hash, both the buy and the sell. And if we are able to look through this, if we are able to look through this on a transaction hash, we can see that this transaction hash is happening on the Binance Smart Chain network. Okay. It's happening on the Binance Smart Chain network. And since it is happening on the Binance Smart Chain network, it means that the transaction is real. Okay. The transaction is real. And it is important for us to know that since transactions are real, ladies and gentlemen, Loom X is able to keep quiet. Okay, man. Okay, now you go silent as I teach. Deal? Okay, good gosh. So this means that, ladies and gentlemen, because the guy is making money, it is very, very easy for him to be able to repeatedly and consistently give us this profit of 1% for a very long period of what? Period of time. Let me go in again. I hope it rolls over. So this answers my second question. Brianna. This answers my second question, ladies and gentlemen, which is very clear that the source of income that is coming from X, the source of income is very, very clear. And since the source of income is very, very clear, this drastically means that there will be continuous profitability, okay, of the business. I don't know why my network is not adding up. But so you can personally go into your Loom X. You can, let me come back again. You can personally get into your Loom X and you will be able to consistently see that the system makes money. And so the ability to give you your 1% every, how would you like to increase your profitability? That's why yesterday they introduced a manual approach, not an automatic, a manual approach on yesterday. And I have personally tested it. it is a very brilliant ideology where AI are automatically reinvested into the ecosystem. And when they are reinvested, it means that if yesterday I made 1% of 1,000 today, I will not make 1,000 of $1,010. I'll make 1%, which is my profit for yesterday. I want to share my screen and share my personal experience. I want to share my screen and I share my personal experience. Okay, so let's get back to Loomx. Hope now it opens up. Okay. Actually, a phone. The environment is not good. When environment is not good, I think I don't know. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. The network is not good enough. Like good enough. Okay, let's go back to the category. Okay. Kwagala nnyo mwana wange kuwayo ne kadoola. Okay. So now let me share my screen once again. I don't know why my network is not good enough. But regardless, we move. Okay. So finally we log in. Okay. Finally we are here. And once we are here, we have already described the two products. The first one, which is the Loomnet, which is the exchange. And the Loomnet is very soon gonna have its own token launched on Binance Alpha. And Binance Alpha, by the way, the liquidity there is always $50 million and above. These guys are very solid. And what happens? They are creating utility around their token, which will be launched very soon. That will be the product of the exchange. Now we go to the second product within the ecosystem called the Loom Core. And the Loom Core is the trading AI. And what I was discussing was that now you can be able to switch on the reinvest profits. And the reinvest profits, remember this AI, whenever it makes profits up to $5, it automatically sends these $5 to your wallet. But this time around, it doesn't wait. Immediately it makes the profit. It adds your profit to your capital. And you see this account started with a capital of $1,000. As we speak today, it is supposed to make $10 every day. Okay, $10 every day. But what happens is that now it makes more than $10. It makes more than $10. And this may look something small when I switch on. And if you need your your profits to flow back to your wallet, it is also vis-a-vis very easy. You just switch off the button. So here we have two buttons. Number one, the auto reinvest. And the auto reinvest, ladies and gentlemen, is meant that if your contract is done and you don't want your money to get back to the ecosystem, you switch off the auto reinvest so that your money flows back to your wallet instantly, because this is non-custodial. Okay. Now, number two is reinvest profits. Immediately the profits are made, they are added to your capital, which makes your next income bigger. Your next income bigger. Okay. And this you can monitor here when it comes to revenue record. Let me see if I could see one here. And this that is coming from the people that are under you, for it, there is a very huge change because for it is sent directly to your wallet. Okay, let me see if there is a trade. Mm. The way this AI is thinking about my directs than me, it is unfair. Why is it that the people I have brought are making more money than me? This AI, please, where is my... So the money that is coming from your capital is called quantifying. I'm not seeing it here. Let me use cent. Maybe there I would see. Okay. So this one is for yesterday. But let me show you one for today. I think I took a screenshot somewhere. You can see, okay? Now here it is very easy. Is that whenever the AI makes the profit, it does not wait for it to become $5. It will instantly and immediately deposit this profit in on your capital, meaning that this automatically helps your capital to increase. And once your capital has increased beneficially, your profitability is also increasing. Basically, that is how sweet the auto invest is getting. Okay. Now, let us brainstorm about this ideology in a better way, because one of the seven wonders of this world that I have ever found exhibit is the power of the compounding effect. I believe that every child of mine that will live on this world needs to understand that everything they wish to have, everything they wish to possess, everything they think about, everything they want to have is the power that comes from small actions that repeatedly can become solid foundations of very, 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 very huge, like the word says, huge earnings. And so today, let's take someone who decides to start with the bare minimum. We're going to increase this a little bit, but I will encourage you at least to go with $200. Let's start with the bare minimum. And this bare minimum is 100 USDT as your stake. And every day, because we are clear that the AI definitely makes profit, we know that every day this AI has a potential power of making 1%. And whenever it makes this 1%, automatically it adds this 1% on our capital. Let's go for 360 days, ladies and gentlemen. Your $100, just $100 in a space of 360 days can turn your $100 to 4,045 US dollars, and you don't need to do anything. Okay, what if you say, okay, all right, let me increase this to $200, because the 1% being paid for you is not being affected by market situation. It's just the AI going into the market with 6 different strategies, from cross-platform arbitrage to triangular arbitrage to blockchain arbitrage to DeFi arbitrage to market makers arbitrage. 6 different ways. And these 6 different ways are all meant to bring profit maximization, are all meant to bring ability to maximize the opportunity. I like the example my brother, my upline, the Lion King himself, Bill, he said that, okay, let's take an example, guys. You are into the transport business. You have boda boda, you have tukutuku, you have special, you have taxi, you have a train, you have air transport, you have a boat. That if someone will want to go to Dubai by air, you are there. If someone wants to go to Dubai to China by water, you are there. So it means that you have the power and the ability to maximize. So this is what the AI is doing. It is bringing 6 different strategies. These 6 different strategies are all aimed at bringing profit maximization. That if in cross-platform there is no business, if in market makers there is no business, still the AI will definitely be able to bring results into the ecosystem by checking out on other different markets that could happen into the ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, if you come in with $200, this is crazy, because it will get you up to $8,000 in 91 in a space of just 360 days. And if you are tired and you want the profits to flow to your wallet, you are sick and tired and you are changing up your mind, and you want to change up your mind, and you want to change up your mind, what will happen is simple, is that you switch off the button, and then definitely profits start flowing. Definitely profits start flowing directly into your wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you could decide if you are interested in making close to $1 million through this ecosystem, partially because this is a long-term opportunity that I believe with their new technology that they are applying, that to a certain extent also involves in quantum computing and zero knowledge ecosystem with their smart contract approach. This opportunity has the power and the ability to push us. It has the power and the opportunity to push us for the next 4 years. And so I decided to create the next 4 years strategy, and let us see how far it would take someone who decides to take a bold step. Because as long as the crypto market is still here, number one, it's global. Number two, it is 24 hours, 7 days. Number three, so many decentralized exchanges around along the globe, even including Loom X itself, is going to add on a decentralized exchange onto its protocol. Meaning that price differences that are brought on by different liquidity pool accessibility will still be around. And with this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it means that it is a sustainable opportunity. And so if you want to go bold for the next 4 years, you come in with $1,000, just $1,000. And every day you are getting your 1.040%. For the next 360 days, for the next 360 days, for the next 360 days, you're gonna be surprised. Let's go. Let's calculate. This will make it a total of $40,000. And that will be very soon, 2027. Okay. Okay. That will be 2027. And so if we make it 40, you make that money, you come again. Even if you bring off half of that money, you only bring back $20,000. Okay, this will give you up to $800,000. And if you go lump sum with everything, you have this approach of Julius Kabanda. Hey, I have opened up one account of my daughter, and we have put up $1,000, and we are not taking anything. It will be $40,000 in 2027. We bring back this $40,000 back into the ecosystem, and in a period of 1 year, we turn this again to 1.6 million. We are trying to create freedom. Okay, we are trying to create freedom. In 2 years down the line, ladies and gentlemen, this will be a mind-boggling ideology. Okay, because as long as the crypto market space is still around, there is potential and power of profitability from this amazing super duper opportunity. Unless there are questions, but today I wanted to categorically and potently express my ambagua tankwata opportunity given to us by Loom X, the use of zero knowledge learning machines, the introduction of AI, and use of a smart contract-based ecosystem in the DeFi to give us power and ability to maximize opportunity without guesswork. Because I lived in guesswork for a very long period of time. And guesswork is none other than trading. The market has become an area of guesswork. You are not sure whether what you think will really happen. So unless you have questions. Okay, let me go into questions. So that all the compounded money will accumulate to the capital. Wow. How will I withdraw it? How will I withdraw the $1 million? Now, the $1 million, you need to set it to your token pocket, your MetaMask, your Trust wallet. If money is in those, you cannot lose it. Okay. How sure are you it will last for 360 days? Usually that is the question I would ask you. How sure are you that you will not die tomorrow? How sure are you that you will not die tomorrow? How sure are you personally, that tomorrow you will not die? But You live by hope. Who told you are gonna die tomorrow? You are also here, but you are not sure if tomorrow you will be alive. One day, one of my friend was telling me that Julius, to do your business, I better do a physical business. Then yesterday he called me when they are building caught fire. Then I was like, you see, everything is a risk, but you remain hopeful and positive. Hey, you remain hopeful and positive. That's how you finish up with life. But when you remain pessimistic, it remains the same journey. I hope that one I have answered. Okay. How to buy or stake BTC? Yesterday you told us to buy. Can you kindly remind me how? Okay. So I'll just go to my Binance account. Just go to my Binance account. Okay, here we go. All right. So once here on home, I'll basically search for convert. Okay, I'll search for convert. And when I reach here, convert, okay. Okay, when I reach here, I will basically choose recurring. You must have some USDT, let me say $5. Then I'll create a plan. So before you confirm, you must be able to choose the time. Do you want it daily, 8 hourly? So me, I want it daily, every once in a day. One maker. I name for me, yeah, one maker. Latest. Mugende mugule. So you basically you choose the time you want, and is your money on spot. Then after you create, so after you have created, you will now be able to automatically buy BTC. So after you have bought the BTC, the next thing you will need to do is to come here on your wallet, then choose the earn area. The earn area will allow you to reinvest your Bitcoin, meaning that you will be earning some profit on your Bitcoin. Okay, you will be earning some profit on the Bitcoin. So you select the earn area, and there you are good to go. I hope that's it. Unless there is any other question. Unless if I don't want 360, is there any chance of withdrawing daily or monthly? You can take your profits every day. You just switch off the auto invest. Switch off the auto invest, and automatically your profits will be coming to your wallet. Your profits will be coming to your wallet. It's optional, it's not a must. Even if you don't want 360 days, you can get your profits. You can go in for a 90-day, a 180. It remains your choice. The reason why I choose 360, because number one, it helps me return my capital very fast. Number two, it also helps me get exactly 1% every single day. How much can someone earn in a year if she invests 2,000 USDT? Let's look at that. If compounding it, that is 80,000 US dollars. 80,916 US dollars if compounding it. If you are compounding it. If you are compounding it. Okay. If no other questions, do you have any other questions? If no other questions, then definitely I believe I have done my part. If this link was shared on any WhatsApp group and you have someone already who introduced you to the business, please basically reach out to them. Yes, basically reach out to them so that you can be able to start. Come to Luganda, please. I believe the Luganda lesson was done. Yeah, the Luganda lesson was done. So I wish you a good day. I wish you a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for reaching out. The name of the compounding app, let me share it. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again. It is here. Compound interest calculator. Compound interest calculator. I just went to Play Store and I typed in compound interest and it is here. I chose this one. Compound interest. All right, so have a good day. Teaching.